in just trying to line it all up and figure everything out and get clips from it, I did see that Travis, they apparently did best trick prior to freestyle that year, which seems
Oh,
like a risky
that's
maneuver.
yeah, because that was '06 is the year he did the double backflip.
Yeah, and when I was searching through the thing, I saw footage of the double backflip. So it had to have been like the day before or something.
That is super risky.
And in this year, he was doing rally, best trick, freestyle, and I don't know if he was doing anything else. Oh, supermoto.
I was going to say that was the Supermoto year as well, because I'm pretty sure I remember he did 4 events one year.
Yeah,
So that's this year.
yeah.
And then did he not win the rally as well? Is that the one where he crashed, like smashed into somebody,
I'm
and then
not
somehow
sure.
like limped his car to a win? Could be.
Him
I
and
don't know.
Colin McRae when they ran
Yeah,
into each
that.
other.
Yeah, yeah, it might be that one.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
Anyway, I do remember. It's funny that because when I saw started looking through a little bit and I saw his gear and stuff, I remember the gear. I do not remember that being the same year as the stuff, the double, just because he wore that lumberjack gear for the double,
Yeah.
but he had like a pinstripe outfit on outside, which I like the lumberjack gear. It's like if you're gonna do how
Yeah.
much foreshadowing is that? Okay, Travis Pastrana does the first double in a lumberjack outfit, and then who's the first person to try to come and do it? A lumberjack,
The
Scott
lumberjack.
Murray.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
It's like you
That's
set
true.
it up. All he needed was brown gloves, and it would have been like basically Nostradamus.
And sunglasses.
Yeah, no goggles in there.
Ditch the Oakleys and run the Sunnies.
Oh, I can't remember what I saw recently. I saw something and I was like, oh, I was watching Robbie Knievel have a jump off versus Eddie Kidd, who
Oh,
is a English. Yeah, he's from
yeah.
London or something, a stunt guy. And one of them had no frigging nothing on. They were just running a helmet.
No way.
No goggles, nothing. And they're like just pinned at this. Like,
That has to be the English guy. He was still drunk
dude.
for sure.
I was like, holy shit. And
Oh
they're going
god.
fast to jump like those mellow ass ramps.
Yeah, hell yeah, with no suspension
And
and
no, they were
uh
jump. It was a Robbie Knievel, so they
ah
were on CR 500s. The
yeah, I
other
saw
guy
it.
actually switched the tank out and he put a steel tank on his and stuff. But both of them got rid of the radiator shrouds. Like that was really hurting their aerodynamics or something.
They're going naked.
Yeah,
Like
I'm like, that's got to be worse. Don't your knees
yeah,
get
it's way
hung up
worse.
on your on your radiator?
How big did they go?
They went pretty big. So they started at one. They okay. So you'll like this. It was in I want to say Mississippi or something at a casino, and they had
Yeah.
the first one was the I don't know the chip was nailed to the landing. There was a
Oh yeah.
whatever chip from the
A marker.
casino, and yeah, it was whoever
Oh,
got the
okay, yeah, right.
closest to it. And then they
Okay.
got whoever got the closest to it got $1,000 in chips at the casino. I'm
Ooh.
like,
Now, see, I would start doing jumps for that. If
dude,
I mean, that sounds like a good gig for you,
it
jumping.
had to have. I know. Although I am all right at blackjack. Or no, what's the one where you bet on your numbers?
You must be real good if you don't remember
I
the
don't even know
name
what
of
it
the
is.
game you're good
Roulette,
at.
maybe. I go and I look for the one where they spin it around the table.
Mm, roulette.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then I find tables where my numbers are hitting, the numbers I like repeatedly, and then I just sit down and play the same numbers.
yeah, because that's a pretty solid theory.
I've only lost money a couple times. Normally, because
Mm.
I get myself to where it's like if my numbers hit close enough in a row and I stack a little bit, I just bail out. So I'll make like $80 and be like, I'm out of here.
Oh,
I just paid for
like
dinner.
smart guy, smart gambler.
Yeah. That's why. That's why I don't just sit there and chase it all night. I'm like, we're
Yeah.
getting up to $60, $80, and then I'm bailing out of this place. And they don't even care enough to stop you, you know? It's not like they're like trying to entice you with another bid. They're just like,
No, they're like,
get out of
get this
here,
guy out of
cheapskate.
here. He's like, he's costing us money
Yeah,
by
somebody
him
will
sitting in.
bet real money here.
Yeah, that's it.
All
Oh
right,
man,
all right.
awesome
Enough of our BS.
shenanigans.
All right, so we're gonna watch X Games from 2006. Just the Moto X, they call it. Freestyle Moto X. It's different. Okay, you ready?
I'm good to go, man.
Okay, I'm just
So you
jabbering.
count it on in.
All right, three, two, one.
Right on, they are ready to rock the house, and some of the riders are not in the final.
Oh, there you go. Nate Adams eliminated. First
Was that
five
Nate or was that
seconds.
Twitch?
No, it was Nate. It said
I was Nate.
Nate eliminated.
Oh,
There was like the first 5 seconds of the broadcast. They're like just somebody else and Nate just smashing themselves on the ground.
all right.
Travis Pastrana going for gold number 3 at Summer X
There
That
you
is a
go.
big old course right there.
Yeah, exactly. That was the other thing I was looking at. I was like, remember courses like this? Like, oh,
Big old course.
where you
No,
actually had to
that's a
learn?
long time ago since I've seen a course that big.
Yeah, probably 2006.
Man, it's a big crowd too.
Yeah, people still liked freestyle.
People still turned up to X Games.
Where is this? This is California, right? Yes, it is.
Carson? Not that I know where
Yeah,
Carson
you're
is,
right.
but
Yeah,
it just said Carson.
yeah,
Right, there we go. Matt Rabot,
yep.
oh 06. Yeah.
So I did. Unfortunately, going through to find stuff, I end up seeing little things, but nice. No knack
Nice little,
indie.
yeah. But straight in off of that rolling pretty
Yeah.
quick turn. Stripper. That's that, like, yeah, he
Solid
grabbed
thing
one
to.
hand
Yeah.
indie, but yeah, it's a little
Look at
bit
that
robotic
big
on the,
ass jump, and how little
oh,
that landing was. The safety on that landing.
hell yeah.
This is what I saw. Oh,
Oh,
yikes! He just came up short on the top, and like was maybe a little under rotated or sideways.
that's a big old underflip.
Yeah.
I just went from full screen to small as it was happening. Did he just go underflip or did he go the underflip
Under
indie?
underflip knack.
Oh, he went underflip knack. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
see that because it was just like zooming out as it happened. I didn't think that was going to happen.
Yep.
Thought I had time up my sleeve.
Nope.
I should have done it now
Good job.
because now we've got the medics.
So just so you know, John, I actually am trying to build up my one Facebook page as well, so it is on there too. But I appreciate you being in Rumble. He's up. They got the golf cart out there. They're gonna take him for a nice, chat with some lads in the back there.
What, a couple of beers in the back. Oh my god!
Yeah,
How much did he like pull?
over rotated and a little
Yeah,
short,
yeah,
and then just your his front is still over the knuckle, so then it's like extra to get whipped down forward. That's
yeah.
what I think Jeff Emig would call a huckabuck.
A huckabuck. That is a hell of a buck that he got hucked on.
And
I loved seeing him on that takeoff as he just peeled off.
yeah, oh yeah,
That was
dude. He was
full
I
commitment.
was just gonna say the exact same thing. He was giving it a ring. Ugh. All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Cut the feed. Cut the feed. We don't need to watch that slow mo.
He rode that one into the dirt.
What was
And
he
of
gonna
course, he
do? He
only
was
came down on the flat.
yeah, to his face.
Yeah, to
And
his face. So he,
that landing is 12 feet tall.
Exactly. And there's no soft dirt there. That
No,
was hard.
no,
Yeah, he would have been feeling that one.
for sure. I
But
would imagine this is
I
his last run.
yeah, exactly. I was digging that the start of that underflip. Good on him.
They're getting ready for Freestyle MotoX. Can he make it a gold medal? X Games 12
Dude,
will return.
it's fun going back to the TP days, right? Like when he was like full on
You're watching X Games
competing.
on
Yeah, and it was the everybody's chasing Travis.
Yeah.
Everyone's chasing him. He hasn't lost, and
Is no, this is not where Nate beats him. Had Nate already beat him or
I
was he
think he had by
still
now. I think Nate
undefeated?
beat him in 04.
John's going to tell us.
I think it was 04 that Nate got it.
Oh, 04 he beat him. I feel
I
like
think so.
whatever year it was, he should have beat him the year before.
Yes,
We need to
actually,
find
you're
that
right.
one. We need to find wherever that one is because he didn't Travis give him the money or something?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, maybe that was Van's Triple Crown. I know that Travis won something and he was like, I should not have won that and gave somebody else the money, like very early
Really?
on. Yeah. Like when he was at the end of his win everything streak, because
Yeah.
he's like, I should not have won
He's
that
like,
one.
yeah, he's like, they're just giving it to me. This is stupid.
Jim McNeil. There you go. Same thing. I think I remember now in prelims, people were not coming down the ramp and going right into that jump.
Yeah, and then as soon as the comp's on,
Yeah.
it's on.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Going mace twist on that one.
Yeah. Switch of death.
Switch of death.
Yeah. Or mace twist, whatever you want to call it.
Nice
I
Rocky.
think he calls it switch of death. Was that a rock solid or a holy grail? I need to get on the other screen where it's closer. There you go.
I think it was a Rocky.
Nice seat grab Indian air.
I've put it back to big screen and I'm just trying to play with it on my screen because it's not the best quality, this
Yeah.
one.
I
So I
mean, you can see
can't
how it's square.
really
It's
see.
old school.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that too. Yeah.
Big old kiss of death. Nice, stylish, whipped out,
Man,
no
this is
footed neck.
good. This is a good run.
Yeah. All these guys. Think about Mace still, Adam Jones, prime time Mace and Adam Jones. Big double
Oh,
grab. I'm pretty sure that huge holy man, holy grab video
that
and
Mace.
pictures is from this. Yeah. On
Yeah.
like the 120. He was just holding them forever. You see him scramble with his foot there to get himself back
Oh,
on,
yeah,
kind
he
of.
did. Yeah. I don't know if he got caught up on that or not, but
I feel like he was stuck high and he was trying to like pull himself down. Ooh.
oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
about
you
as
kind of want to
close.
bring that one in.
That's about as
Oh,
close as you could
seat
go.
grab flip. I mean, that was a pretty good run.
I think it was a good run. It's funny trying to gauge runs right now because we're like, don't remember what people were doing in that year.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'd say that was a bloody good one.
What was the year
Um,
Bilko won and then destroyed his knee directly after his run on some jumps like that on the side of the course? It wasn't.
oh man, it must be either '06 or '05, '06, '07. It was kind of around this time.
Oof. That was nice. You see it was weird. He didn't whip that one out quite like he did the other,
No,
like this one.
I'd say there was a lot of tricks that were similar in this run. This is the Cordova flip that
Yeah.
maybe the bars got a little bit tweaked or something. He got a little bit caught up.
No, I
I'd say there was a
agree.
lot of
Seat
tricks
grab
off
flip,
the.
seat
Yeah,
indie flip. I get it. There
yeah,
are definitely similar.
exactly. No.
Oh, Bartram. Damn. He's got two. One shoulder, the other
Oh,
arm.
oh, this one has hurt too.
You know, everybody keeps grabbing him, I'm sure. You know, you ever had a bad, I'm sure, collarbone
Oh
or
yeah,
and they're like,
yeah,
ah, and you're like, ah.
exactly. It's like, well, that's why I got my plate taken out of my collarbone after 10, 12, 15 years, however many years. It just felt like fire. People would come up to you at a party and, hey, I'm like, oh my God, just don't touch me.
Gravity '03 was Travis's first freestyle loss.
Gravity 03.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's funny, X Games was like, no. Damn, a little
Yeah,
short on that one.
but I feel like at 03 Gravity didn't matter anymore. It was all about X
Yeah,
Games.
exactly.
It's like, yeah, but nobody beat him at X Games.
Yeah, exactly. He still kept the title just because it wasn't X Games.
Oh, don't worry. I went along with that narrative.
I
Don't
feel
you
like
worry.
'03 though, Gravity was pretty legit in that
Double
era still.
McMets.
Yeah, like
Man,
nothing.
this is sick from Adam Jones.
Chillin' double McMets, not even like,
Yeah. I just saw another video the other day from Dane Kinnaird, double McMets as well.
yeah, at
Oh,
40.
yeah, at 40 years old,
is,
that's
is
just
he
gnarly.
40? He's got to be close.
Huge Cordova flip off the
Huge
120.
cliffhanger.
Big Cliffy.
Pulled his front end up. He jumped so high. It's like a kangaroo. That was a
Oh,
kangaroo Cliffy.
oh,
Saran
nice.
flip. Who does Saran flips? Name me somebody in the
Uh,
last 10 years.
Peter Pillart, and that's about
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
But that's the
Oof.
only one.
See that double indie? Double heart indie? That was
Nice.
very nice.
That was a good run. Like,
Yeah, I
to be
agree.
honest, though, I'm not sitting here watching it as if I'm a judge. I'm kind of just watching it as a fan and remembering it.
But lots of variety
But that was good. Yeah, a
in
lot of
this one.
variety. Not the biggest tricks in the world, but
I
perfect.
mean,
Like Cordova flip is,
yeah,
yeah.
you can't
You're
get
not
any.
getting that any bigger.
No. You'd have to break yourself in
And
half.
yeah, and you're not getting it any cleaner than that.
This, you're not getting this any bigger. Look at that. Hit full
Fuck.
on feet under the bars. Not even like
Proper
fork hooks.
cliffhanger.
Yeah, not fork hook, not like fork squeeze. He's just like
Yeah.
full on feet under the bar.
Oh, 91.4. Yeah, I'd say, yep, that was in front. Now I'd say that was a bit of a fail from Monster Energy to let him go. He's
Yeah,
still on Monster at that point.
yep. Yeah, and he's
Oh,
still here. It's action sport. What's her name? Sandra Bullock.
action sports, Sandra, but man, it's true.
I think people are doppelgangers, and it's like, look at his radiator shroud. Did you see that? It was
Yeah,
just like
she was
folded
done.
in.
She was done. Yeah, no, actually, Rachel kind of says the same. She's like, there's like 20 faces in the world, and you just see
Yes.
them everywhere.
Yeah. And I truly
Yeah,
believe they're actually the same people. Like, you know, they're like, any decision you could have made in life has been made by another version of you.
by
There you
action
go.
sports, Sandy B. Hey, Sandy B always comes with the goods.
That's right. She's Miss Congeniality.
Oh yeah. Wait, Hang on, we're talking too much. Who we got now? Mason.
Mason.
Hell
Big
yeah.
super can.
Hell yeah. We got our
I
boy
think I
Mace.
think he dislocated his back on that. There. Oh, holy man!
Holy man.
Double grab.
Oh, to double grab. I think he was going for something else.
Yeah, because it was kind of a mellow
Doesn't.
double grab, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of a
Whip
whip flip.
flip. But it wasn't a big whip flip.
No,
Do
not
these
huge.
guys? Oh yeah, it does. It says run one of two, so that's good.
Heel
Ooh,
clicker to case job.
that's it. Big old flying W.
Here we go with a big ass dirt hit, knack flip. Think about that. All the stuff that they're doing on these big. I mean, I guess X Fighters the same way, but it's pretty cool. They're
Oh,
throwing this stuff off these big old dirt faces.
hell yeah. Actually, you're right. That's one thing I didn't even really take notice of. Oh,
That's the one I'm talking about.
that is a massive holy
That's
grab.
like basically as good
That's the
as you
picture,
could
right?
do. Yes. Yeah. Ooh. You could tell they ride together. Exact same cliffhanger.
Yeah, it was.
Look how
NPHC
slow that
cliffhanger.
looked. There you go. You had to pull it in at the end. To switch a death. Still, nobody does them like. I mean, I guess
Nah.
Ronaldo does them pretty good.
Yeah, actually he does, but
And his
I'd say
one-handed thing.
Mace is quite he's a lot taller than Ronaldo, I
Yeah.
guess. So I think it looks bigger.
Yeah.
But Ronaldo's is huge,
Yeah.
man. But he is about 4.5 foot.
Shorter than Mace.
No, totally. or shorter, yeah.
Look, right here.
But this is it. This is
Oh.
the that
Look,
is
look.
the holy grab. Oh my god.
Yeah. That gave me goosebumps. Look at
That
how he
is
sets himself.
ridiculous.
Look how high his feet are by the time he grabs back on.
Now, I've seen feet up
Woo.
higher, but nobody makes it look as good. That
Yeah.
those two tricks right there, nobody does them better than Mike Mason.
I would agree with that. Look at that guy in the back. He's looking all got his hair fixed up, Red
Second.
Bull shirt.
Yeah. So
I would
that was
agree
a
with that
second place.
because Adam
More
Jones.
variety.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say Jim had the more technical tricks, but they're all roughly in the same vein of tricks. This is so wild. So he's just done the first double backflip.
Yeah. Probably like the night before.
Yeah. And now he's got to be Travis. Love that double knack
Yeah.
Indy.
That's one thing. If you just saw a picture, you would be like, that's Travis.
Yeah.
He had to suck that one in at the end there. And his knack flips.
Oh.
To the bottom, son. To the bottom.
Yeah. Travis doesn't really need landings, does he?
No.
That was like the bar solid. Seat
That's,
grab rock
yeah.
solid.
He learned
Bar
that from
solid to one
Jason
hand Indy.
Rowe. I was there.
Oh, nice.
KOD to case.
Okay, he's blew his foot off, so now his ankle's probably broken.
I'm sure it already
Into a dirt
was.
hit.
He did a Saran flip.
Now, was that a Saran or was that just the candy bar and back?
No, that was Saran.
I couldn't tell if his hand came off.
Big Superman flip.
KO. Well, I'm
It's
gonna
in
go KOD
between.
on that. It was 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Big
Tsunami flip.
Superman.
How about
Big
that?
Superman.
I couldn't see what that was.
Can't tell.
No
Right.
one footed can or something. A one handed lander.
Somebody bump this up to at least full HD. Lazy boy short, man. How many jumps is he either short, long, or
Yeah.
anything?
Because he rides the 250 around
Like
like
a
a
maniac.
maniac, like he used to the 125.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
And
Lazy
a
boy right
lazy
to lazy
flip.
boy flip, one hand lander. I'm giving him the one hand lander on that because he kind of was like, that's why he had a
He held
professional
it.
crew. It was Travis.
That is, yeah. Like we need a medical team back here. Oh, are they his mechanics? No, that's his medical team.
Yeah, that's
We're
his.
just got to keep that guy on a
Yeah,
bike.
that's his physical therapist.
Yeah, just put his foot into a boot, put a helmet on his head, get him out there. That's probably not from Travis's team. That's probably from X Games. X Games are
No,
like, just
Red
get
Bull.
him out there.
Look, they got Red Bull shirts. They were like,
Yeah,
Red Bull,
true.
send somebody down there. This. Oh, he's knacking by the time he gets off
Oh
of the ramp.
man, I got to go out there and say it as well. His knack flips are one of the best.
Yes, for
I
sure.
mean, it's not the biggest flip trick in the world, but he makes it look good. Javier
It's
Villegas looks the same.
exactly. I saw a picture of them recently doing them side by side, and I was like, "That's pretty cool." And he was like, "Yeah, that's about one of the coolest things I've gotten to do."
Yeah. So that's an easy first.
Yeah, Adam's pretty bummed.
No, I don't think you had a chance there, Adam. Sorry. But
You know, here's the
this is,
thing. It's like technicality. Do we feel like he beat him? I mean, I feel like a lot of it is presentation.
yeah, yeah.
Because he's just exciting. We're excited. We watch that run and we're excited because he's, like you said, he's casing shit. He's going long. He's pumping the crowd up. He's skidding around.
Yeah.
You know, and Adam's just like perfect on every jump. And you're like, ah.
Well, oh, hang on. Let's listen to this.
How does he remember that kind of run? Where are you getting the energy and the stamina, Travis?
I don't know. The supermoto didn't go great this morning, but I tell you what, it's just been the most amazing week of my entire life, and I'm worked. I'm not gonna lie, I'm worked, but you know, everything's gone. I couldn't have prayed and asked for anything to go better than this.
What would a third gold mean to you today?
It would mean a lot. I mean, this would be a huge week. So hopefully, there's two tricks that I'm really nervous about that I might be able to pull off. But
What are they?
the Kenny's tricks, the side saddle flip and the one-hand takeoff. One-hand takeoff, I'm 1 for 5 in the pit. So if I need it, I have it. I don't want to do it. It's been a rough week for competitors.
Yes, he
The course
can.
is very great. Jesse also did
To
an
one
amazing
footer.
job. But it's very
To one-handed.
hard packed. If you fall, you are out cold, and it's a tough one.
All right, guys.
So I was gonna do a video on that too. The one-handed takeoff flip.
Yeah.
Like
That was Kenny's trick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He did the first one.
yeah. And then Nate started doing them. But my point is, that's something that came and went. You know, everybody's like, I don't want to do that. I'll just learn something else.
Exactly. And again, I'd say one of the only riders who I've seen it do in the last 10 years. I'm pretty sure it's Peter Pillard.
Okay, here you go. The KOD flip and the lazy flip were still brand new. Only Nate was doing lazy boy flips and no one else was doing super flips yet. There you go.
Oh, 06. No, Bilko already did the ruler flip. Didn't he?
Yeah, but he's saying KOD flip and lazy boy flips were new.
Oh,
Only Nate was doing lazy boy flips and no one was doing super flips yet.
yeah.
Because nobody had, I remember this now, nobody had hand guards. So Travis, remember, in lieu of flip levers, Travis used his hand guards for that. So
Because they were there.
Yep.
Yeah, but they were plastic pieces of crap.
I mean, I agree with you.
Good enough.
You're talking about Travis Pastrana here, okay?
Yeah, the dude who had the rack on the back of the bike that you carry hay.
Exactly.
And he was doing seat grabs with it.
Well,
yeah, no, that's the
thing,
same dude.
That's the thing, too, though. Like, think about if nobody was doing super flips, that was a big-ass super flip, like we said. He was already 45. He wasn't just parallel. He was already, or 90, I mean.
He was 90, yeah.
He was already 90, so that's... See, this is the bit I caught where they're showing the highlights from earlier in X Games. And the double flip is coming. Here.
Yeah, so this must have happened the night before or 2 days at least, minimum. Maximum, sorry.
Yeah. That gear.
But yeah, so that year, 06, so we haven't watched that one on a throwback yet. But Bilko at least did the cliffhanger flip at that one, I think.
I don't doubt it.
Isn't it? That was where he did that huge straight up and down cliffhanger.
And then Bilko didn't ruler flip until 07 or late 06.
Was it 07?
But that's ruler flip, he's saying, not cliffhanger flip.
Yeah, no.
And then Potter tried to match it for the next, like, 5 years at X Games. Not 5. Couple of years. He
Yeah,
kept doing cliffhanger
basically.
flips.
He had a fair few cracks at it.
So look at this. I did catch this too.
Not sure exactly what's going on, but Jamie is down there. Jamie, what's happening?
Guys, unbelievable. Travis is walking around back here in the staging area, and he tripped, and he's hurt. It looked like his it's his right leg, his left knee. They've been draining in between his events because it swells up. They have to drain it. Now they're trying to adjust the right leg. He's laughing, but he's in a lot of pain right now. Not sure if he's going to make it back for the second run, guys. We're going to give him a moment and get back to you.
Well, Jamie, we definitely
They interview him.
Travis Pastrana's knees over the years. One of the reasons he doesn't race full time anymore because the cartilage is just destroyed there. And our ESPN mobile alert is
Well, we're not going to know if you keep his pants on. Not that I'm saying take his pants off
Yeah.
on TV, but
Yeah.
standing there holding his knee going, oh, I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. You know he's got knee braces on as well.
Yeah, and the dude's holding his knee. Well,
Yeah. Yeah. What are we accomplishing here?
I'm not going to throw too much crap against the wall.
Well, so they
I'm sure Travis wouldn't be the easiest patient to have.
I think he'd probably be pretty good because he's already been through a lot of stuff.
True. True.
And he seems like he's like pretty good at dealing with.
What in the world is going on
There you
with
go.
us right now?
I feel like a complete idiot. I stepped on something funny, my knee popped out, and the cartilage is stuck, and I can't get it back in place.
So I take it we're not going to be seeing you back for a second run.
If someone beats me, you better believe I'll be back out for the second run, but I just feel like a complete idiot. I was walking up to see one of my friends in the stands. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good.
You got to find a way to get back to the medal stand, I would feel. Oh, guys, this is unbelievable.
Well, Travis,
Well, there you go. That's how you could completely ruin a weekend.
Yeah. That's what you do when you're 23 with 90-year-old knees.
Hey, hang on. How many runs have we seen?
They're starting over.
Yeah, we're back
But-
to Jim.
Yeah. Rabot, Jim. Not very many.
Adam,
Mace. Mace. Travis. 5? That's it? Right? That was it.
Yeah.
This is the finals. Only 5 people made it to the final?
Is it? John, could you check the results? Like, what's going on
Maybe they
here?
went to commercial?
Yeah, this is weird. Surely there wasn't only 5 riders.
Jeez. Rabot, this is from John. Rabot had levers on his bike at this event and did a little indie flip, legs barely over the seat in prelims. The super flip,
That would be the underflip.
the next super flips were done at Dew Tour in Orlando by Mace without levers, just using his like regular levers. 2007, the flip lever deal exploded and everyone started super KOD and ruler flipping.
Whoa. That's, well, good to hear that. That's crazy. And it happened so fast.
Oh, big old rock solid. He got the rock solid off, but it was definitely rushed.
It was rushed, even though it was over a 120 ramp.
Well, because he got himself so high, took him so long to get his feet up really high, and then did the
Exactly.
rock solid.
Oh, are you having a party over there? I can see balloons going off in your screen.
I don't know what
You
that
don't
is.
know. You don't know what button you pressed, did you?
I didn't touch anything. I have seen thumbs up pop up every once in a while, and I don't know what that is.
I just saw balloons going up above your face.
You got me.
I didn't even see what Jim McNeil did. I was watching balloons in front of you.
Maybe somebody liked. Maybe somebody liked something. I don't know what's happening.
How the hell am I seeing that? I shouldn't see that. No, I did watch a fair bit of that from Jim. I'd say like Jim McNeil's kind of like that Adam Jones type rider where he just has everything, whole bunch of tricks, everything's on lock.
Yeah.
Sea Crab Indy in 06.
Yeah.
That is wild.
I mean, listen, this is why he's in the finals, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
he was ahead of the curve on some of this stuff.
That's it.
I want to see that rock solid again because it was far away, but I'm pretty sure he got himself up, but then was just like, a real quick one. So we're not going
Do
to
you
see
think that'd beat it? Oh,
No.
by 0.2. Okay, so it didn't. I don't think it didn't push him up onto the podium,
Yeah.
but
It is weird when you do a little bit better in your second run. It's like, how much extra points do we give here?
yeah, yeah, because most of those tricks he's already done it before.
But it's even like, just like, unless you make a really big mistake, cleaning your run up is, or doing things marginally better is only going to give you a little bit boost.
Yeah, yeah. So what are you saying? Like throw it all out on the first one and
Yeah, you got to kind of
let the
nail your
chips.
first one, otherwise it's hard.
Yeah.
Big dead body. Ted Foddy. Horseshoe flip. I don't think he got them together.
Didn't click that one.
Big holy grab. He's like, Mace, check it out.
Yeah, you can tell they ride together. Man, I love this big dirt jump though.
Yeah.
Because they're doing perfect tricks
Yeah.
off of it onto like it's the perfect landing as well. Like maybe not perfect landing, but it's definitely it's steep enough.
Here it is. This is the
Oh,
era when Adam Jones would make like screw up, and he would just screw the whole rest of the run. There was a time that would happen. You knew that if Adam made one mistake, I'm sure
it
he's
was all
so
over.
mad in his helmet that then that was the end of it for the rest of the run.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in like the IFMAs.
Yeah, he was always like that. I mean, now probably a little bit better in recent years, but in the
Yeah.
beginning, yeah, if he made one little error, he was just like over it. But knowing him, the amount that I do, which is not very much, I bet he would just get so mad that he couldn't even. He was probably so mad at himself that he couldn't even
Yeah,
like
yeah.
go back to concentrating. He was just like,
Yeah,
screw
that's
it.
it.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just be screaming at himself under that helmet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which makes sense, like he would have his whole system, like he's planned everything. Yeah, and if you're not thinking straight, screw it, pull
Yeah.
out. If that's how your brain works,
All right,
can
so
it?
John said that there was only five. He thinks there was only five riders in the final. And he said so many guys crashed in practice and prelims.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised
And
on
I
that
do
course.
remember that you are correct about the wind. He said I think it was wind. Yeah, I
Ah,
do think I remember it being them saying that it was windy in there.
I I mean the quality of this broadcast is not that great, so I couldn't really tell that the wind was bad.
I know. I mean, you're not gonna see that. I don't feel like, but I'm saying, I just think I remember.
Yeah.
He's still signing autographs. He can't walk. His knee's all screwed up, and he's still over
Yeah, well,
there.
that's the perfect time to grab him. Trav, get us an autograph, would you? I dislocated my knee. Exactly.
Me, while I'm
Like,
26, if I'm at an event, not even X Games, and I hurt my knee, I'm probably not giving it. Realizing now, like, that's a mistake, but that's what I'm saying.
at the time,
Yeah,
you'd be like,
time I'm like,
no, I'm here to do a job,
yeah.
and I'm gonna get that thing done.
But he'd also been a celebrity since he was a little kid, so I think he kind of got it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, you and I, like, if we rode and people came up to us that were like, oh man, like looked up to us, I would never perceive it that way, really.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
he at least knows he has fans, so he treats
That's
them
true.
accordingly.
He's like,
Where
well, this is the bread and butter here.
this is the deal. We're just like, why is this person trying to talk to me? This is weird.
Do you remember, like, he was in that crust? Was it Krusty or
Yeah,
Terra Firma
crusty.
with Ricky? No, with Ricky
Oh,
Carmichael and
terra
Bubba
firma.
Stewart. Terra
Yes.
Firma. They were kids.
Yeah. How about that group? Just like all of them are great.
Yeah.
How, you know what I mean? Like,
Fox, Nailed that.
Nailed it. You could do 95% of the time when you do that, one of them at least is not going to do anything.
Exactly. You'd be like, who was that third guy?
Exactly. You'd be like, oh, that guy snuck in there at the time. But you're like, damn, all of them
Who
literally became
who do you
legends.
say that about? Who's the third guy? Like, oh, that's tough.
Yeah. Ben Riddle. You know, like good at the time as a kid, but you probably don't even know who it is. He was like a mini champion.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right, so
Ooh.
we got Mace up. Ah, okay. So where I thought in the first run that might have been a mistake, maybe I'm wrong. He
Well,
went
that
for
one
that
looked
double hard
more
again.
solid.
Look better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he held it. So I think, yeah, it looked like he just kind of committed to it more or something, or got a better pop. Another horseshoe flip. He
Oh, those
waved it off. He
damn
was like,
clicker flips.
ah.
Those clicker flips. Throw them in the bin, man. They're not worth having in your run anyway.
Oh.
Oh, and to deep. Like that was near on flat ground.
Yeah. I think the
That is a
wind. Look
long
at the
way to land a
dust.
bike.
See how the dust
What's
is
that?
the dust.
Yeah.
See how it's getting blown away.
Oh, yeah, it is too.
He's ready for a CL, a Coors Light. He's already mailing. He's like, we're not beating
This is
Travis.
that there. He's earned his cause light
Yeah. He's
because
like,
I've got my one trick. Actually, I got two tricks. That's one of them. If I get the next one, it's beer drinking time.
yeah. He's like, Travis is winning. I'm ready for a cold CL. And
That's it.
that's
Get
where
that
we're
golf
at.
cart ready.
Ooh. You know what
Now
else?
what?
Nobody else's
Yeah,
bike goes whipped like that on those like his did.
yeah, the opposite way, the wrong way. It doesn't make
Yeah, like
sense that the bike
chases
whips
you.
in that direction, and then he goes in that direction, and then he brings it all back.
But I mean, nobody else that does it, I don't think their bikes
No,
whip out like that.
no. Now, what was that trick that he did just before the mace twist? It was a flip something, but I couldn't see it properly. I didn't
I think it
really
was a
see it.
straight flip. He screwed it up and just straight
Ah,
flipped.
okay.
I'm assuming he was going for like no hander or something like that, but it was just a
Okay.
straight flip.
So basically, was Trav the last rider to go in the.
Of course. I'm sure he qualified first. There's his manager, Steve Astafin.
Whoa, that is a young Steve Astafin.
Yeah. I think
I
he
didn't
like
even.
only had Travis at this time, or like
Oh,
two people.
Jesus Christ. Well, he chose well.
Yeah, I went like around the time Nitro Circus came out. I went to like the premiere or whatever, and then we all went to dinner. And Steve was just on his phone literally the entire time, like with business
Oh,
deals. I'm
I
just like, he's like,
bet.
I have to take this. I was like, he's not even a real person. He's just like online.
Who, Steve's not a real person?
Well,
He's
like
just like
even while you were
it was just
there,
an answering machine?
yeah, while you were there, he didn't even like interact with anybody because he had so many phone calls. I was like, holy shit, dude, I don't want to be that busy. I never want to be
No.
that busy. That guy's too busy.
Now, I think you're right. It's too much.
Too much, dude. He was
You're
all
missing
the
the
time.
fun. Yeah, you're missing the fun. You're being big business boy.
Yeah.
No one other than Travis cares.
Yeah. His bank account cares. Travis's
Well,
and
his bank
Steve's.
account and Travis.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yep. That's when McRae rolled over and he won.
Hey, my memory.
Look at
My
that.
memory
It's coming
worked.
back. Is that Mickey Diamond? Yup. Yeah, he did not do very good in Supermoto.
inventing tricks like the lazy boy today.
2 one-handed lander. Nobody else was doing lazy boys.
And he's claimed it before he even touched down.
Yeah, exactly. He was so pumped he didn't even land. He was celebrating.
This is crazy.
Gold medals, Travis, and everything that happened this week. What was the defining moment for you?
Just racing rally cars in McRae was awesome. The double backflip, I can't even explain it. And you guys, thank you so much for pumping me up. I mean, the crowds have just been unbelievable this week.
Well, he was just about to walk away safe. Unfortunately, 9 knee surgeries. You tweaked the knee, but Travis goes home a happy man.
9 in 2006.
So sorry. I wanted to go out and put a show on for you guys. I tweaked my knee and it popped out just walking. I really, really apologize. I feel like an idiot. Thank you, though.
You see Sal in the back.
He's like, can you please stop talking? I've got some work to do. Whoa.
There he is.
Speak of the boss.
The best moto race that we've had since it's come to X Games. Let's take a look at this exciting finish on the last lap.
He's got the Britney Spears mic.
Ward heads for the finish line. As he crosses it, it'll be one more lap to go. All he has to do is hold on.
There you go. I was wondering what the jumps were for.
But for Burkhardt, this is do or die time. So what point on the course does he pick for the pass? I'm thinking he's going to wait until he gets back in the stadium.
Wardy's like 50 here.
It's going to be a stadium move.
Yeah. Is he Benjamin Button?
I don't know, dude. He cycles still like a ridiculous amount every week.
Going for like the Masters Championship
I
at 73
guess.
years old.
Yeah, exactly. So the guy that's in second, when I went, I tried to qualify for Loretta's 1 year, and we went out to West Pennsylvania, and he's the guy that won the class I was in, Mark Burkhardt.
Oh.
Like, he was a badass as an amateur kid.
Yeah, right.
He may have been a Team Green guy or something. I'm not quite sure, but he was like...
Oh, looks like he's got some speed.
Yeah, he was fast. Just reeled Wardy in, so that's going pretty good.
Man, this is wild, hey. Like, I would like to give that a bit of a shot, but that looks way too fast. Like, I would look like how Travis slid out, I think.
Oh.
Man, that's so wild.
Yeah.
I tried flat track actually for the first time when I was down in Spain with Axel. Oh, who was there? I think it was Axel, Vicky, Harry, Andre Laconda guy.
What is this, last year?
Yeah, yeah. And man, it was so much fun. We just did it on KLX 110s.
Uh-huh.
It was a blast. I was like, I am buying a KLX 110 or 140 actually, KLX 140. I'm like, I'm gonna get into flat track. Like, I'm gonna start small. I'm gonna work my way up. I'm digging it. And then I started thinking of like motard, but there is no motard over here, as far as I'm aware. Like, I don't think I've seen it anywhere.
I feel like there's barely
Maybe Kai
any
Haase
here.
would be able to tell me where to do it, but
There you go. I feel like there's barely any here at this point.
it was. I remember it was pretty big in Australia there at one point. Kind of around this time,
Right.
06.
And since the inception, the two hallmarks of these games have always been speed and progression. Now it's the speed of the progression. The insane tail whips in BMX, the inconceivable backflip variations in Moto X. What got you on the medal stand a year ago won't get the highlight reel today.
I wonder
And
if
between the fans'
Sal
expectations and
like did
athletes' drive
skateboarding
to
or
shine,
some
games
kind
with
of
the
action
crowd
sport
at
himself.
times, that can be downright
Yeah.
scary. But when Travis Pastrana
How-
pulled his motorcycle
yeah.
around with that second
I
backflip,
wonder how he got into it. Like, what's his background?
Look, this is shot during practice.
That's going to do it from the historic X Games 12. I got to thank all the athletes and the hundreds of people who
What
make
would
the
those
X
guys
Games
be
possible.
going back out
I'm
there
Sal
for?
Masekela, and I'll see you in
Nothing.
Aspen.
Yeah, you're right.
Can you
You're absolutely right.
X Games 12.
Yeah. Why would he have?
No, that's
Why
how
would they have gone out?
yeah, they just shot it early, I guess.
Hmm.
John says he snowboards and surfs. Sal
Oh, true.
Mazzucchelli.
That's cool.
I figured he had to have done something, I
Oh yeah.
guess, to be the X Games announcer for like 10 years.
Yeah, at that point.
Well, now he just announces all the Red Bull stuff. So like any Red Bull events, if you go on Red Bull TV
Yeah.
and stuff,
Well, that's cool.
like we always watch Natural Selection, which is a Travis Rice snowboarding
Yeah.
backwoods
Oh, is
contest.
that Sal?
Yep, Sal does. He does like
Ah.
this, the intros and outros and stuff. They have,
Hey, actually, he did Imagination 3, didn't he?
I think so. Again, it's a
Yeah.
Red Bull thing. So most of
Yeah,
the big Red
exactly.
Bull events, he like narrates. Not
Yeah.
necessarily a commentator anymore, but he'll be like the setup guy.
Yeah.
There's biting.
Because I think we were a bit surprised when we watched that one. Like, oh, Sal's on. Because he definitely wasn't there for 1 and 2.
Right. They're like, oh, it seems like it's a good enough event. We'll send Sal. This is the year I just saw it. Biton beat MC for step up. And
Man.
Biton's shoulder came out like friggin' 2 times.
Oh, and that double flip.
Look at that. This is the last clip of this whole thing. Oh, maybe not. There's a little bit
Man.
more. No, that's it.
I'm getting goosebumps again. It feels
Yeah.
like I'm in 2006 watching this. Hey, is it just me or is there Angels and Airwaves playing right now?
Yeah.
There is?
Sounds like it.
I'm like, is that coming through just my
No,
earphones or
that's on the broadcast.
was Angels and Airwaves 06?
Apparently. I wouldn't have guessed who that was, but apparently.
That doesn't seem right. I would have thought 06 was still Blink 182 full gas.
Oh, maybe.
Uh,
06? I don't know.
Angels and Airwaves. 05. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was Angels and Airwaves that was just playing. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's who it was.
John says they were going back out for the special Motocross Madness pay-per-view special that they were doing after the comps. How the hell does he remember this stuff? I don't remember this even being a thing at all. Basically, everyone that wasn't hurt went out and did trains through the course and stuff.
Well, they had to because Travis didn't do his final run, and there was going to be a riot if
they didn't
if
get to
there
see
was no
some
more
more
action.
jumps.
They'll be like, we paid for Travis.
Yeah.
We won more Moto, and you only gave us 5 riders.
That's true, too. But they were doing a pay-per-view?
That's cool, though. So what was a pay-per-view for Motocross Mad? Well, as in the video game Motocross Madness. Is that...
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy. I'm waiting for him to comment.
John, was that the video game? Is that what you were talking about? Oh, man, it's so good to have John on here in the background. Do I have to sign up to Rumble just to see what he's saying? Or maybe you can just text in what's in our group. That'd be even easier.
Sign up for Rumble so that I'm going to send you a referral
So you get
code.
more money if I sign up to Rumble.
No, only if you generate money, then I'll get a rip. But then just watch the
10
commercials
cents.
for me.
10 cents. I'm going to do all that for 10 cents.
If you watch all the commercials for me.
Hey, I do like your commercials, remember? Those American commercials.
That's right.
You guys do them well. So maybe it's possible. Yeah, but they're going to be, I don't know. I don't even know what, like you said, Rumble. You said it's right wing YouTube, so it's
Yeah.
probably going to be commercials about, I don't know, Winchester.
Trump.
Fucking, I don't know.
It's just Trump campaign commercials the whole time.
Trump. What, from a jail cell?
I don't think you're allowed to advertise guns like that, to be quite honest with you. Or they just don't. I guess
What,
it's
you
like
have
weed.
rules on
You're
advertising
like,
over there?
it's weed. You're just like, you don't need to advertise weed. Who would spend money to advertise weed? It's already, everybody
Yeah,
likes it.
it's pretty well known.
Yeah, it's like guns. We don't need to advertise guns in the U.S.
Yeah. Hang on. Weed is legal over there.
Some places, some states.
Okay, so, but like, if it's legal,
Federally, no.
no, but like California, yes.
California, a lot of states now. California, New Jersey, New York, Colorado, Oregon, probably Nevada, I would imagine. They have sex.
They have everything else.
They
So.
have sex. I can't imagine they're like, you can't smoke weed.
No, but I'm just thinking, like, if you get to the point, then if it's legal, and then you're going to have big brands,
Well, so
then
there's,
they want to have to advertise.
yeah,
Oh, they'll be advertising soon.
hopefully. I can't wait. I bet you there's some kind
What,
of
the
law
big
against
brands
it.
take over? Oh, look at you coming around to big brands.
No, I just can't wait for weed commercials to be on TV.
Oh, okay.
No, I was actually worried about weed becoming illegal because then it would become more commercialized and be sprayed with all kinds of shit, and you know what I mean, go the way of everything
True.
else, that every other industry that gets too big and then it gets
Yeah.
adulterated.
They're like, this doesn't pass. What is it, FDA? Is that
Yeah,
what you got
the
over there?
FDA's
It doesn't
fucking
pass
joke.
FDA. We need to spray the crap out
Yeah,
of this stuff.
exactly. This is too healthy to pass FDA standards. We're gonna we need to jack it up.
We're gonna jack it up. We got all sorts of pesticides and everything we're gonna put
Exactly.
all over it.
That's
Don't,
my exact
oh,
worry with it. So I
God
like to
damn.
still like to find hippies in the woods just growing it in their basement. That's the way to
Out in
go.
the cornfield.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
I had a friend in high school. He's like, "Hey, Steve, you got a big farm, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, why? What do you want?" How many acres you got? I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, 500."
Oh my god.
He's got you got some space. I'm like, "No, you don't. No, you're not. Not enough farm. We're gonna have some high cows walking around." Like,
Yeah. Get
that
some
would have been pretty
THC
funny to see,
milk.
though. Would
THC
have been
milk.
good milk.
Yeah.
Best thick shakes going around.
So, does your family still have the farm?
No.
Oh.
Nah, all gone. Nope, all gone, which is a shame. Not that I never wanted to be on the farm. I hated the farm. Like, I just wanted to go and drink beer with my friends and get as far away from milking cows as possible. And now that I'm nearly 40, I'm like,
I need
I
some
really wish we
cows
had
to
that
milk.
farm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it
Exactly.
sucks. I think we've got like one block of land left or mum has one block of land left, and it's the one that my jumps are on, and it's right out the front of her kitchen windows. So she better not sell that. And if she does, she's in a lot of trouble.
Well, and then she'll have to stare at somebody else's house. So,
Well, they're gonna have fun knocking down that landing.
dude, that's the people that bought where my course was in Georgia. So we didn't even own that property. We ended up buying the farm that was right next to it.
Yeah.
But that tract of land went with the house there. That the people that built the had the track and built the course for me. By the time like they moved out of there, and I still groomed it for the next like 3 years and rode it. The house was just empty, but we would just ride in the backyard because nobody bought it for a long time. But I'm like, when the people finally bought it, I'm like, good luck flattening that thing back out, because I had one landing, no lie, 13 feet tall and like 45 feet wide, dude. like there are like probably 30 truckloads of dirt in that thing.
Oh yeah,
You're gonna have to get a
you'll be pushing with
mega.
a dozer for a little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna get a mega dozer to take that thing down because that was years of bit. It started with one landing, and it was
Yeah.
basically along the side of a hill, and then we just cut out of the side of, cut out and went along the side of it,
Ah, nice. Yeah.
and
Yeah, because then you're gonna have to flatten it out and get it prepped and get it primed.
uh,
Nah, screw that.
dude,
No.
lot. I'm sure to hire somebody to come in with machines and flatten, move all that dirt would be very expensive.
Yeah. And then it'd have to, wouldn't it have to settle as well?
Well, they would like just
Surely.
track it in,
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
machine,
true.
and then seed it and hay it,
Yeah.
and hope the grass starts to grow before the yard washes down the.
It's just disappeared from erosion.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
that's it. No, like actually where I built my jump, it was kind of not on top of the hill, but it was on like a bit of a crest of a hill. So there was nothing flat about what I had. So I kind of had to make my own flat-ish run up. It was as flat as I could get it with the equipment I had at the time.
Yeah,
And I'm like, yeah, it'll do. And then I remember when I turned up, because I was basically riding uphill the whole time. And then I had about, I don't know, 20 feet,
a
30 feet of
flat.
flat just before
Oh
the
man.
ramp. Like, so I was always
Yeah.
climbing, and then into the ramp. And then when I went to my first comps, or, after I built that place, I'm like, oh my God, I do not need that much speed anymore. Like, because I was just always
Yeah.
getting up to the top and then real. It
Did you
was
overbomb because you just rolled
yeah,
so fast?
it was just yeah. I kind of needed the speed to get to the top. Then I just like shut it off that little bit just to like set myself that
Yeah.
okay, I've got the right
Yeah,
speed, and then we're
exactly.
up. Yeah, it was yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be weird. You wouldn't want to turn short before the bump and be accelerating hard through it, because then you're gonna
No,
like unload and then be like through the face.
exactly, and that's what I did. That's how I found. That's how you find these things out. You're
Yeah,
like the bike just go brr. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, that was a
You're
whole
like
lot of
that
fun.
ramp is harsh, but it's not. It's just because you
Yeah.
jumped into
Well, I didn't know it was because I built a shit ramp,
it.
which was also very possible. Oh man, actually, funnily enough, speaking of that old place, I had mum texted me like 3 or 4 days ago. I woke up at whatever time in the morning, like 9,
11.
10, 11, whatever. And I a little bit late. And I had a message from mum saying, "Can you call me tonight? Thanks." I'm like, ooh, that sounds like a pretty serious kind of message. Mum doesn't send those ones. So I got up and called her straight away. I'm like, "Is everything okay? All right?" She's like, "Yeah, no, this guy just pulled in, scared the shit out of me. I was out there gardening and came up behind me and scared me. Someone wants to buy your ramps." I'm like, oh, okay. And then we were talking about the ramps. I said, "Oh, so what's the problem?" She goes, "Oh no, I just wanted to let you know that someone wanted to buy the ramps." Fuck, I thought you were dying. Like,
Yeah.
I, I didn't know what was happening.
Were they trying to steal ramps? Like, what is going on?
No,
I
no, they've
know.
offered to buy them. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. And then I got another message like 2 days later from another friend actually, and he messaged me about 3 years ago, and I never got back to him. And he's like, "Hey, what are you doing with those ramps?" I'm like, "Fuck me, 2 people in 3 days have asked me about those ramps sitting on the side of the highway. Uh,
So you're gonna get rid of
maybe,
them?
maybe I may sell them because it is now 10 years since I've looked at them. Maybe I might
Well,
sell them,
that's the question. How rusted are they?
mate. With the steel that I bought and the welding and the painting I did, they will be perfect.
Okay.
I can't talk about the plywood that was on top of them because the ply was already fucked when I left 10 years ago. So I imagine there's probably not even much plywood left. It's probably just turned to like
Skeleton.
wet biscuits.
It's ramp skeleton.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So
I built my stuff with like thin metal. Eventually, in the beginning, I had real thick stuff, but then eventually I made them out of thin metal. And dude, I would have to replace the bottom rail because it would just rot away.
oh,
Thank you,
really?
John. You're the man.
Man. I no, I had 40 by 40. So I don't know what that is in inches, maybe 2 inches? No, 1.5 inch. I don't know. 40 mils by 40 mils by, I guess it was 3 millimeters thick. So it was pretty thick steel.
Yeah, you're
So
not moving it by hand.
I didn't really fuck around. So yeah.
Mine were
Man,
show ramps, so I had made it. I use it at the show too, so I just made it out of real thin stuff, so I
yeah,
could
you need
like
to
get
transport them.
inside. Yeah, exactly, and like move it around or load it in the ramp in the on the trailer if I had to.
No, my Rams were built to sit
Yeah,
in one spot and they were never going to move again. And that's basically what I did. They've they have not really moved since.
yeah.
So
All my stuff
actually,
was just like I said, made. Well, the when I originally built my ramp, I don't know that I had that in mind. I might have, but it was a little heavier. But then they got lighter as I made more ramps.
yeah, I think I probably would go a fraction lighter if I was building a ramp again now. Only because, well, I started out, I was only playwriting. Like I'd never thought this would be a thing. I
Yeah.
wasn't doing shows so those things were just sitting there.
Well, I had already
But
started doing shows when I built my ramp, so it
mm,
was like that's kind of what I. Actually, I think I originally built the ramp just to have, and then I started going to do some shows with that, and then yeah, I put it on an axle. And
yeah.
originally it was just straight axle, and I just had like square tubing come up, and there was square tubing on the axle, and you would jack the ramp up and then just slide it down and pin it. And it was
Oh,
terrible for gas because when you would hit bumps, it would be like, oh, and pull the truck back.
oh,
And eventually I put airbags on it. So it had a canister on it and everything. So you'd pump the
yeah.
airbags up, and then you just hit the button and it would go up onto the tires. And then the front of it flipped
Nice.
up, and there was a hitch, and that's it. It hooked onto the back of my truck because I had a.
No
Well, that's
way.
how I had it, and then I built the landing ramp, so then it was just the landing towed the takeoff,
Yeah. That's actually pretty good. That's not a bad idea.
and it was a
I think
box van, so I could put shit in there.
oh yeah, that's good. I think probably the best ramp trailer I've seen is Squibby has one, oh actually he's probably got two or three. It's Squibby's got it, and I think I've seen it somewhere else as well, where it's got like the wheels kind of fold up into the ramp,
Mm-hmm.
so you can like hydraulic them down, and then you drive, and then you just
But is that
like
for
then
towing?
for towing,
How
yeah,
wide is the ramp? It's only 4 feet, and they're inside.
yeah, four
That
feet
seems like it
inside.
would be very unstable.
He doesn't care. He's got a 12-ton truck. He's got a 12-ton truck that drives and this ramp that's on the back, so it's not catching any wind, I don't think.
Yeah,
The truck's doing all the hard work, and the ramp's just like, fuck, that thing could tip over and he wouldn't know.
yeah,
Like, yeah. But I love the idea of it because then when you go to a show, you've still got a flat ramp that's sitting flat on the ground when you fold the wheels up. Because I turned one of my ramps when I started doing my first shows. I cut, you know, the shape of a trailer out of the underneath of the ramp and I stuck it on top of a trailer.
mm,
And I never felt the same again. It just
yeah,
felt terrible. And then when I sold the trailer, because I just didn't want to jump that ramp anymore, I was like, fuck it all off.
yeah.
And then I built another base to put back into the ramp, and yeah, God, it was horrible. It was a nightmare. But anyway,
I don't
it's for
mind
sale
capping.
though, so if anybody
Yeah.
wants it,
2 people want it. You're gonna
Yeah,
sell.
2 dudes in 3 days or 4 days.
That's
So,
saying you should unload those.
yeah, no, I think I might. I think I might just
Or
do
do you
that.
think you're gonna go
Man, so
back?
what have we just
Do you
what have
think
we
you're
just
gonna go
watched
back
tonight?
there and blast those ramps anytime soon?
Man, I'm not going back because of the price of plane tickets.
Well, there you go.
Oh, it's too
You could
expensive to go
sell the
back there.
ramp and buy a plane ticket.
Well, go home and look at an empty field and
Yeah.
one dirty big landing. Yeah.
Um,
Although it's not like the cows have really maintained the property. It's not they don't eat the grass fast enough.
really?
They just shit all over the landing. That's all they do.
Dude, that's why Brody's course is so manicured.
Well,
Cows.
he's got far better cows than I do. Yeah, but he's got green grass. I've got dead, long,
No.
stringy brown grass.
Well, listen,
Like,
you can't ride off of the course, okay? Mickey
okay.
will get pissed off if you go to
Oh yeah.
Brody's. They're like, that's for the
Six.
cows. They're like, stay on the course. That's for the cows. All right, dude.
I'd believe that. I would.
No,
Believe
I've
that.
for sure been yelled at. He told us when we got there. He's like, no riding on the grass. That's for the cows. All right, you guys ride around the course. Stay off of the grass. And sometimes you get out there in the morning and there's just like cows on the side of the landing, like all the way towards the top. And you got to be out there and be like, get out of here.
Yeah, and the problem is they'll shit everywhere as well. So then you got to land in sloppy old.
I
And Brody's got good green grass, so
Yeah.
I'm betting that's good sloppy cow shit.
No, it's probably nice and tight. They don't have the runs.
No, no,
It's good.
it'd give them the runs for sure. Oh, don't worry, you're talking to a dairy farmer over here.
That's true. I've told this story before, and I might have told it to you. One day I was staying over there, and we woke up at like, you know, 8 or 9 o'clock or whatever, and we walk out of so there's the main house, and then there's this garage, and there is an apartment above it. So that's where Brody lived at the time. So we walk out into the driveway, and there's like the front of the house, and then there's all these fields. The course is like on the other side behind everything. But we walk out to the driveway to go to the trucks, and we just hear like all this commotion, like a cow, like going crazy. So then all of a sudden, Mickey, his dad, comes running out of the house, the front door, and just goes sprinting down into the field. And the cow was giving birth. And I've been up for 5 minutes. And he sits down behind the cow, grabs a hold of, puts his feet on its ass, grabs a hold of the legs, and just pulls his calf out. And I'm like, that was a bit much for first thing in the morning. That was like the first thing that we saw. I was like, dude, that was intense right off the bat.
Yeah, that's farm life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had friends that came to my house once and they never came back. Like
Oh, yeah.
we yeah, like pretty much every friend I ever had that managed to come all the way out to my place that stay for one night and then we're up the next morning at 5 o'clock and go milking and then yeah, fuck anything can happen and yeah, then no one ever came back. So
They
and
didn't know
usually
they
my
had to
mum yelled
work
at
at your
everybody
house.
anyway.
They,
What's that?
they didn't know they were going to have to do chores at your house.
Oh no, everybody was working. They didn't know that, but they were working.
Well, that's
So
probably what happened.
they're getting shit on, trying to put the milking cups on the cows, and yeah,
So,
regular farm life.
yeah,
Man, I've done more swearing in the last 5 minutes. I feel like I'm home. It's just like, yeah,
you're comfortable on the
I
Throwback
feel,
Moto
feel
Thursdays.
yeah, I feel comfy. It feels like I'm back home in a place where I didn't want to work, and now I wish we still had the farm. God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh man. So because I was actually going to put some of this on the podcast and talk about what we even watched. I don't even know what we watched.
We
What did
watched
we just watch?
2006
06.
X Games.
Yeah, 06.
And we saw
Um
Matt Mason do
yeah, oh
the
that's what I wanted
master
to say.
holy grabs.
Yeah. And only 5 riders.
And only 5 guys. This is why they eventually went to like quarter pipe instead of best trick, like regular
So
best
they
trick.
didn't want to wipe the field out.
Yeah, exactly. That is why they started doing quarter pipe best trick. because they were
All
like,
right.
less people get hurt doing this than they do going 75 and like
Hmm.
landing on their faces.
Yeah. True.
Which they still, I guess, Travis is the only one that does best trick, right?
Then didn't Jacko Strong go and double flip out of the quarter pipe, destroy himself,
Yeah. Well, that was
or
yeah,
did he land that one?
the
Either way,
open.
all I remember is he went to hospital and got flown back
Yeah,
in the
I
helicopter.
was there.
Well,
I
yeah,
was there at that one. Yeah, he double. It was a open flip. Isn't that what they were calling it? It was a
yeah,
double open flip, open
yeah.
loop or something. And
Egg roll. I
yeah,
don't know.
he landed.
Double egg roll.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You're not supposed to double flip those. I think that's the problem. I think that's what happened. No, he went like seriously. The thing's vertical, and he
Yeah.
went so friggin' high, and then yeah, blasted his throat off of the handlebars. They took him to the hospital, and then when they checked him out, and they're like, "Okay, your throat's not like blown apart. You're okay." The helicopter was still there. So he ran out to the helicopter people and was like, "Yo, fly me back. Will you fly me back?" And they were like, "Yeah." So then he gets in the helicopter, he's flying back, and he calls Deegan and those guys, and he's like, "Get my bike ready. Like, I'm on my way
Oh
back." And they're
my
like, "What?"
god.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm in the helicopter on my way back. Get my, like, fix my bars or whatever."
Shit. Imagine if he got back and his bike was destroyed. It's
Yeah,
like you just used a hell of a piece of health infrastructure
yeah.
to get back to an event you can't even ride.
No, he rode.
That
I don't
worked out well
remember.
for Jacko.
Yeah, for sure. But I was like around some of those guys at that event because they didn't, I was there. That one was in Austin. And
Yeah.
I had a bunch of friends there. So they knew, all the places to go and all that shit. So I was, like around those guys a bunch.
Yeah.
So they were telling me that story. He's like, "Dude, the helicopter guys are still there. Just asked them to fly me back."
Like that was just perfect. Oh man, no, but it's funny because so if this was '06 freestyle, we watched '07 best trick last week, wasn't it?
I want to say.
So then was it '07 freestyle then when Travis did the double in the run, or was that
No,
'08?
I think that was the Navy uh,
Yeah, I think it was that.
Big Air Bash or something, whatever the hell it was called. Big
Because I remember
Air
he did it
Challenge.
in a run, I
Yeah,
think.
no, you are correct. And Scott Murray was there. Yeah, it was the Navy Moto X
Okay.
something or
Because
other.
that's kind of what I was half thinking this event was. Like I merged
Oh, he said it
the
was 2010 X Games.
10. Oh, far out. Man, I've really I gave myself like a couple of bonus points before because I remembered like the
One thing, and now
rally.
you're all cocky.
Yeah, I got cocky, didn't I? I'm like, yeah, Colin McRae and Travis in the rally cars, and he got gold. Yeah, I got cocky. Yeah, well, there you go. But yeah, so for '06 though, for only five riders, everybody else either wiped out. Well, I guess they just all wiped out. Kenny Bartram there with two busted arms. That was pretty nuts. It was a good competition though. Like they were
Yeah.
all solid runs.
I agree. And it's just our gauge is hard because, and especially we're
Yeah,
jumping around a bit with years. So it's really hard to remember exactly what was brand new at the time.
yeah. And X Games is all about what's brand new as well.
Yeah. Well, that's why when we were talking about McNeil, I was like,
Yeah,
obviously the tricks he's doing, there's only a handful of people doing like seat grab flips and stuff at that time. And I do
yeah.
remember McNeil being one of the first to get on the seat grab flip train. I remember being like, "Oh, damn."
Isn't this weird to think that a seat grab indie flip was done before a ruler flip? If '07, if that's what John
I
was saying,
think
'07 was when the ruler
the
flips happened.
I think
Oh,
the flip lever thing opened that door.
Yeah, true. But I just think like seat grab flips it is a technical trick.
Think about it. In
Like,
Europe, they can't even do no-footed knacks without flip levers.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't either. I
Oh, you
learned them
mean
like 3
upright? You
times.
mean upright, not without a
Yeah, yeah,
backflip?
exactly. Just
Oh,
regular
yeah,
no-footed
okay.
knacks.
I was like, yeah, man, I can't do it without the flip levers on a flip. But yeah,
No,
no,
just regular upright no-footed
yeah,
knacks.
no, then yeah, you're right. But if no, I'm not going to say anything. I've got a lot of friends over here. There's going to be a lot less
I'd take.
couches for me to sleep on if I
I
say anymore.
I like to take chances and have people mad
Yeah,
at me when they run into me.
I need couches to sleep on, man. Most of the people that you've just upset is where I'm going for
I'll
holiday.
just listen. I never even did regular no knacks. I learned them to both sides and knocked
Yeah.
myself out 2 or 3 times doing them, and I was like,
Oh,
I'm good
not
on
worth
that
it.
one. I don't think I'm gonna do no knacks. I'm not meant
Not
to do
worth,
no knacks. I don't think.
not worth it. It ain't happening.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, the crazy thing is though, those 5 riders did 5 freaking good runs. Trav obviously took the win. That was easy. But yeah, like that was wild. There was not a shit run. There was even with the mistakes. Okay, mate, Adam
I
John,
was
whatever.
just gonna say I would say that would be
Apart from
the
Adam.
the worst run, and only because after he flubbed that jump up, then he just kind of rode
Just threw
around.
in the towel. I
Yeah.
was like, nah, screw it. And
Um.
even then, he only did like he flobbed the next one, and then maybe
Yeah.
caught
Well,
overtaken
that's
me
what
and
it
just made
is. He
way for the
tried to
crowd.
get himself back on track and then messed that one up and was like, "It's over."
Yeah, it's done. Angry Adam's back. I've had enough of this. I'm
Yeah.
out.
Um. John said that your no-footed knack indies were awesome.
Oh, thank you very much.
Way back when you used to do them.
That's a long time ago.
I saw something. I think it was actually Red Bull Rampage. Like my YouTube just like scrolled to another video and somebody was doing like Superman indies. And I
Yeah.
did those for like that was like one of my go-to tricks early on in my career after watching Matt Byton in whatever the hell it was, that first movie that they were in, On the Pipe or something. And he
Yeah.
was doing these big Superman indies. And I don't even do regular Supermans. I like never did, but I could do super indies for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I just never did them again.
You mean as in like so your body's just
Over the,
like straight above the bike like that and just indie.
yeah.
I don't even think I could do that.
I did them big for like 2 or 3 years right in the beginning of my career. And then I hung my foot up on my fender. And then that was it. I never did them again.
It's not supposed to kick down there.
I know, believe me. There's a bunch of
Well,
things. No super cans. Got hung up coming back from one once and was like, yeah, I don't know.
yeah, you just gotta have some spatial awareness of where that twisting leg goes. That's the
Well,
problem.
this is late information, Steve. So
Sorry.
this would have been good to know. No.
Sorry about that.
I mean, I get
No,
it. But I didn't want to have to be like, make sure your leg is up. Make sure your leg is up.
I just always try to just keep every like yeah, just try and keep my feet as high as I could possibly get them.
Yeah.
Out of pure fear of watching videos, probably of you. Like I'm not doing it. I keep my feet up, keep my feet up.
Yeah.
Like that was number one. But actually, John, like that double knack indie that you were talking about, the reason I did them was because I was watching basically Travis do them. Like that was one of my favorite tricks, and Trav did it on that clip there. I was like, if I can do a double knack indie or whatever you call it, I call it double knack indie.
Yeah.
I can do it that big. I'm happy. That's my number one go-to. That was basically it. And rulers actually. Rulers like Trav.
Yeah.
No,
John said that you had a combo with a knack in a box to no-footed knack indie that he loved. Do you
like
feel Do you feel creeped out right now?
a little bit because not many people saw that. I see. This is half of my problem is I don't actually have much footage of when I rode, and that was a fun trick that I used to do. It was tough though. It was hard to get twisted from one direction because you're knacking in the box towards the bike and then twisting back the other way to
But you
get
would
the
like
Indy.
kick off of the bike with that foot and then neck and
Yeah,
then
and
Indy.
yeah, and it hurt my back so much every time I did it that I didn't actually do it that often. Like I'd probably do maybe 2 a day.
Knack in the
But
box, I love that trick. The only person I don't remember who originally, Leba.
Ryan Laber,
Dude,
yeah,
he made so many good, like so many cool little tricks. Leba did.
yeah. Well, he
Um,
did, yeah, shoebox, knack in the box.
exactly. So the only other person I've ever seen do that is Javier.
Oh yeah,
He would always do knack in the boxes and shoe boxes. And I was always like, dude, I love that you do that.
man, Javier, yeah, because Javier is so small, he can do a shoebox and stand up nearly straight, and
And
his
he's the
hands are like
same
right
height.
next to the handlebars anyway. Like
You got
there
to
was
lean
no
yourself
risk.
forward.
There was no risk. There's actually there's a guy who rides with Squibby, Pash,
Yeah, I know
and
Pash. He came over and stayed at my house.
really
Yeah.
get the hell out. There you
Yep.
go. That's
Pash
cool.
and Joe Stevens came and stayed at my house for like. So I talked to. They're both obviously from Australia, or is Pash
England.
from? Well, so oh yeah, you're right. Joe Stevens
Yeah.
moved to Australia now.
Yeah.
That's why I got confused. They wrote me on MySpace.
Woo.
Joe did, and was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna come over." And I was like, at the time I had the course and stuff, and there was just people in the house all the time, and my roommate didn't care, the guy that owned the house, and they're just, hey, this is gonna be crazy, but I want to come over and ride the IFMAs and blah blah blah, and I was like, okay, or no, he wasn't even
Huh.
gonna ride those, he just wanted to come over and ride. So why he picked Georgia, you got me. I have no idea. I think because somebody had said maybe Pash was over the year. I thought they came together. I don't know how he found out who I was, but anyway, maybe Freestyle MTX. I have no idea. So he
It would
just starts
have to be.
writing me, and then
Mm.
like a month later, I just pick him up from the airport, him and Pash, and they just come
Huh.
and stay at the house for like months.
No way.
Yeah.
That's cool. I had no idea.
Yep.
Far out. Oh, Pash. Well, all I was gonna say was Pash is another dude who I probably one of the biggest shoeboxes I've ever seen.
Really?
Like, yeah,
Damn.
he'll do them like in 40-mile-an-hour winds and rain just like stinging your face or whatever. Like, he'll just shoebox the shit out of anything,
Awesome.
and they're massive.
I
I was
love that
like,
trick. Now that you say that,
yeah,
I feel like I might have seen some pictures and
yeah,
been like, that's awesome, but it's been a while, obviously.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, I mean, there's probably not much more to really say about '06 FMX because
I would say. There
five
wasn't that
five
many
riders
guys.
rode. Travis won again.
We may have to watch Step Up.
But whoa, hang on. Was it '04 that he'd already been beaten? '04 X
3 or something,
Games.
or 4, he said. Oh, 3, I thought he said. I feel like that's early. I'm going to
I
doubt you, John, if you said oh 03. I'm
I
going
think
back to look.
'04 X Games FMX Nate Adams. I'm pretty sure he won.
Oh 03 Gravity. Remember?
Yeah, '03 Gravity.
Uh,
But when did Nate beat Travis in a freestyle run?
well, here, he said this was the rest of the story. Oh 03 Gravity was the last all dirt course they had. Pastrana knocked himself out trying a Superman seat grab flip, and Nate ended up
Huh.
taking the win. So that's why they were like still undefeated.
Yeah. You're in the competition. Like just because you got knocked out doesn't mean
Nope, didn't count. He didn't finish a
didn't count.
run.
Doesn't count. I would have went along with that too in the old
You
days.
were a
I was
Travis
on
guy, huh?
I was on team 199, man.
Got it.
I would have went along with that.
All right. You
All right.
shill for the 199.
So that was, yeah, I was.
It didn't even get you on Nitro Circus.
No,
You just
didn't even get a gig there.
pledge an allegiance there.
Pledge. Uh,
No, Travis was the man. I mean, who was betting against him other than people that wore all black metal militia stuff in the 2000s?
that's it. And that was like when we went riding, there was the Metal Militia guys
Yeah,
who had their bikes cut up with the shortest fenders you'll ever see.
probably to a point. So it
Oh
was
yeah,
more dangerous.
definitely. Or even like try and make little flame shapes.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. And then there was like yeah.
There you
idiots like
go.
me.
Technically, Travis knocked himself out in prelims in '04 doing a 360, but he still rode the finals. Oh, no 360s in the finals, though, which is why. See, he said '04 was Travis's first X Games loss.
So that was when
So
Nate
I
the
want to
Destroyer
say
beat him.
'03
Yeah.
then, X Games is the year that we want to watch, where we're like pretty sure
Yeah.
Nate should have won. We need to watch that one, and we need to watch, and we've talked about this before, the X Fighters where Levi wins with solely style because he got out tricked.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't flipping yet, right? I think that's when he
No, he I think he
was he
was. He
flipping.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. But I can't remember for what reason why he didn't flip.
Oh, he just didn't
Uh
happen to in that contest
he
or
just
something.
he just didn't bother for whatever reason.
Yeah,
Maybe
so John even says '03 Nate should have won. So we need to find that one. We need to see if that's
Oh
up
yeah.
somewhere. And we need to watch that one because I would be interested. I just always remember being like, Travis should have gotten beaten the year before at X
Yeah.
than what he did. And we need to also find that X Fighters where I don't remember what year that was, but
Against Ego Sato.
yeah, where you're like, he won solely because his style is so good.
Yeah. So at least we know that. So if Red Bull X, I think they've taken that website down now finally. Red Bull X Fighters website because they had like pretty much every matchup was on their site. It was really good. Um, nah, it looks like they've taken it down. God damn it. No, well, that
Yeah.
now we definitely have a lot of work on our hands to try and figure out which
No,
year,
we're
which
putting the
event.
bat call out right now
Mm.
between Braden.
Between John and Brett.
Yeah, well, and Braden Hollick and
Oh yeah.
Psycho X, whoever we watched. I'll link you guys to the um, actual video that we watched here, so that way, if you guys want to watch it with, Cameron Steele announcing it instead of us, Moto X Psycho. But I will put the link in the description, so that way you guys can, like I said, watch it with other
I
professional announcers. I'm not going to throw us
that's
under the
it.
bus like that, Steve. We're professional too.
We're somewhat. We're semi. I just subscribed to Moto X Psycho.
Oh, but you didn't
So
subscribe to my Rumble page.
this is on YouTube and I'm already paying for YouTube just so
You
we
don't
can
need
do
to
these
pay for
without
Rumble.
ads. Yeah, I know, but I'm doing this so we've got
All
no
right.
ads.
All right, John, he's not going to chat with you in the chat. So that's it.
Oh,
I'm just going
fine.
to
I'll
have to
sign up for.
convey everything that you say to him.
Thank you.
He already said it earlier. He's like, "You got to get Steve on here." I'm like, "I'll make him get on."
If you bully me enough, I'll get on there
All
one
right,
day.
John, what Red Bull X Fighters is it? I wonder if he feels the same way. He might not even know what we're talking about. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, because we probably made the whole thing up.
No, there's for sure. I remember watching it and being like, "How the hell did he just win that?"
No, we probably merged three stories into one, and then we've both told each other the same story for the last year that we've now created our own memory. But I think it is real.
It's real. We need to
It'll be
watch it
interesting.
so that way we can verify.
That's it. Hey, but this is crazy. That Cordova flip from Adam Jones. I was just thinking about this. This is '06. We're now 2024. That's 18 years, and he still does it that big. I think we said that on the last one because he was in '07 best trick, and everything looks as big as it was then. I
The fact that
only
that's
because
18 years
I'm
ago.
looking at the thing right now. X Games '06, and I'm like, fuck me, that's nearly 20 years. Who's still riding? Adam Jones is killing it
Yeah. Yeah, he out of that group, he's the only one that still. I mean, Travis, I guess, rides
occasionally.
sporadically. But yeah, nobody
But
else.
when Travis comes out to ride occasionally, he
Yeah,
does a
throws doubles.
backflip onto a front flip off of a
Yeah.
scissor lift.
I've always believed his brain processes stuff much faster than the rest of us.
I've always thought that he's not human.
I think he
I
just.
was thinking he's another species.
I think his brain interprets stuff so fast that
Yeah.
like there's more time in the air for him to like do things because
He sees it, he feels it. I don't know. He's
yeah,
got the force. I don't know what's
yeah.
going on there. He's God damn it.
But so I was there when he learned that uh seat solid to one hand Indy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Jason Rowe. That's a East
Oh
Coast
yeah.
trick. That's a East Coast freestyle trick. Like there was
Yeah,
back in the
right.
day. I want to say Scott Hanlon invented it.
All right.
And he used to do let go tricks like as big as anybody, as far as like
Yeah.
rock solids, holy mans, holy grabs, any of that stuff. So he started doing them, and then a bunch of people started doing them. Connors, Jason Rowe, a bunch of dudes, and then we had gone to Travis's house, and Jason was doing, and we were riding his course, and it was awesome because all of a sudden Travis shows up. No, so one time I was there, he didn't come and rode, didn't come and ride. We were riding, and all of a sudden he comes from out of the woods. This is a true story. Like
Yeah.
from like 100 yards, not 100 yards, 50 yards away from the ramp, out of the woods. We're just riding around. I guess he waited for an opening, and all of a sudden we turn around. He's on a DR. Blasts the ramp, does a huge knack,
Far out.
turns around and stops and just watches us ride. And I'm just like, I don't want to even ride anymore. Like that guy
Yeah, no.
just did a knack bigger than anything I've ever hoped to do on a
Yeah.
DR. And then just,
And probably in sneakers or something.
yeah, exactly. I want to say it was a shorter ramp. I don't think it was 75. I want to say it was like 60 or something, but still
I would
not
hope
that
so.
small for a DR.
Man. Oh.
So then another time I was there, we were riding, and Jason was doing those whatever rock solids to one hand indies, and then Travis was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," and then he just started doing them right behind him, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
I dig it. Well, only because that was the version that I did. I hated doing holy mans. I hated doing holy grabs. I hated doing rock solids, but I would do a bar solid until the cows came home. Like I just felt way more comfortable just going back seat grab first, then let go. So I was all about Travis on that one. That was good.
Yeah,
I
Travis
don't
is
know.
the man.
I felt like when I did rock solids, like I was just squashed. Like I couldn't, like
Get
my whole
opened
body and
up.
everything was too squashed, and I couldn't throw it, and I just nothing felt right. But if I did a seat grab, it was like your whole body's like stretched out more. And Travis is a big dude, so he probably also, I don't know, maybe he preferred that as well.
Yeah, I had better luck with seat grab rock solids
Yeah.
versus getting back to rock solids because again, my brain wasn't fast enough, so it was like.
Just,
So I
you're
cut a
just
whole other hand
scrapping.
out. So I only had to move one hand.
You're just scrapping to get anything like plastics.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a tire, whatever. I don't care. Muffler.
So one time in a contest, one of those ramp to ramp IFMAs, I came around and I went to do one of those seat grab rock solids, and I let go and then just threw the other hand. So I basically did a holy
Ah,
grab, but
yeah,
in the air, like I didn't extend it because I was like something's not right, and then I
yeah,
grabbed back on. I got back on. I was like, oh shit, I just did a holy grab. So then I went home and I'm like, I'm totally holy grabbing. And I tried for a
yeah.
whole day and could not get myself to get my legs up and then let go. I was like, what is going on? I did it by accident one day.
I did the exact same thing. I exactly the same, and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna holy grab this. I got it. Nope,
No.
never. I guess I probably did. If I was lucky, I did 50 holy grabs ever, and they were all shite. Like
I
that
did one by accident and didn't even know what I did till I landed, and I was like,
until you got home.
I'd never touched my seat. That's what happened.
Yeah. Oh man, if I did 50, I would have been lucky. I definitely worked on it, but I couldn't get them. I just and like yeah, you'd watch Mason, and you're just like, I do not understand. I don't know how you
I
do it.
think they have superior pop. It's the same thing with like Brody.
Yeah,
Like they're just very good at popping off of the ramp and getting themselves to float. That was the whole thing with Scott Hanlon as well.
yeah,
His pop was so good. He could just like tap his bike wherever he wanted to and just hover above it. Like I'm like, how the
right.
hell do you jump off of it that good? Like I was always like
Yeah,
fighting off of the pegs, like raw in the air, and then my bike
yeah,
goes
same. That yeah,
sideways, and
exactly. That was how I did it. It was very aggressive
yeah.
and not very fun.
And then
Uh,
I look kind of like Mike Jones, just like shoving my bike around.
I I I put something up actually. There was a picture or a video that Bilko put up. Oh, he did something like his super route that he does, and then he
Yeah,
does the cliffhanger where he's doing the
hump.
cliffhanger hump
Yeah,
and all that crap. And I shared it on mine on the Writers Lounge, and I just said like Bilko doing his best Mad Mike Jones impersonation. He's like,
yeah.
don't put me in the same sentence as Mike Jones. I'm like, oh come on.
The Shaka. That's what he would do, the seat grabs and then wiggle.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh,
yeah, they are awesome. Yeah, I dug them.
John says Drake had some good pop too. I would agree. He's
Yeah,
style master. So of course, any of the
absolutely.
guys, that's now that we're thinking about it. That really equates to a real smooth style, good pop. Think about the people
Yeah.
with good pop: Levi, Brody,
Yep.
Adam
Yeah.
Jones, Mike Mason.
Yeah.
Like if Brody Wilson. I might have already said that. But if you can like be just very smooth and pop off the ramp correctly, then you don't have to, like kick off once you're in the air. And I would always like
Yeah.
stutter step kick. I'd be like boom boom. That's how it happened. And then my
Yeah.
bike would go sideways and stuff. So it was like, yeah, I think that's the key. If I was gonna coach anyone to do freestyle, which
Yeah.
which I have been around people that were new, and I'm just like, just pop off your bike for an entire afternoon. Learn
Yeah.
how to use the compression of the ramp and your suspension, and crouch in and feel it and pop yourself off. Because if you could
Yeah.
figure that out, then it's all gravy after that. Because that's most
Yeah.
people's issue trying to learn seat grabs, right? Is they don't get like pop.
Exactly. It's just water and brown, man. It's all gravy. But it's true though. Like actually I was just thinking before because there's probably one rider because you're absolutely right. It comes with like those guys that have really good style. And one dude who's like got super aggressive not a well, I don't know if I'd say super aggressive style, but very strong dude is Ryan Brown from Australia. And he has huge ruler flips, huge switchblade flips, but he does and he fucking throws it like
Uh huh.
it's all muscle, but then he's got massive holy grabs. And same kind of thing. It's like that almost doesn't make sense. Like you kind of want those guys who have got a bit of finesse
Yeah.
and just like let it
Float.
go.
Yeah.
But he's like this massive dude, and he's just like, fuck it, I'm floating anyway. I don't give a fuck. And I don't know how he does it. It's so good.
Does I was thinking of another big guy. Does Ackerman do
No.
holy grabs?
Andre Villa. Andre Villa does holy grabs.
But he's also a style guy.
Yeah.
I would
But
say
he's also a Viking, so
Yeah, he's
pretty damn
huge.
big.
But he's like he is tall. But he's not like J.O. Archer.
No.
Different
No.
build. He's J.O.'s like
Nobody's
square.
I think
Andre's long.
yeah, that's it. I think there's only one other dude that would be come close to JL, and that'd be probably Luke Ackerman. Like
Yeah.
those two, they're just two fridges.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say though Villa had a very good same thing, floaty style, was very smooth. And I just came to this conclusion that it all pop makes the person's style. Whether you're gonna have to jump off your pegs and then grab your bike and be like heart attack
and muscle it,
or just be like wing and fling yourself upside down.
That's it. Just let the bike do its work. And the funny thing is, out of all of that we're talking about, all the style and everything, and Travis still kicked everyone's ass,
He
coming
didn't
up short and going long, and
because that was his style. His style was excitement.
Exactly. So you can be as perfect, and everything is possible, and it's
well. How about
excitement
Jones?
Wins.
Right? Like, how good is Jones, but how not exciting Clifford out of Tante. Too smooth. I firmly believe Clifford was docked or just not rewarded because he never looked out of control. And he didn't race around the course. And I think that like he basically didn't get judged as well because of that, which is a crazy scenario, Like I would say Levi has the perfect style, right? Because he's smooth, but it's still he's contorting himself, and it's just violent enough where like you're like he looks like when he goes to it, his pop is perfect, but then when he goes to extend, he's like so it has both the smoothness of a good pop and then the extension like snap at the end.
Yeah, that's true. It's actually very true. I still put Levi probably as my number one for
style wise.
And,
dude, he's pretty
I
difficult.
think he's still number one. Okay, if this is the chat that we're gonna have, I'm gonna then throw out the name of Tom Pages. There's a dude who won a lot of competitions. Okay, he did have very technical tricks, but he basically created his own. He created his own competition that nobody else was going to beat him at anyway. But he was exciting enough that you didn't know if he was going to land everything. But he did. Like I always remember, like when I watched him coming into the ramp, I'm like, oh, I didn't. That coming into the ramp,
it wasn't perfect.
That part of his that didn't look stylish to me.
Well, there you go. That's a little bit of the Travis running the corners and kind of looking like he's rushing
out
around
of control,
and it's exciting.
Exactly. Yeah, he looked out of control, and then he does everything perfect in the air.
Okay,
and then you're like, "Fuck, is he going to land it?" And then swapping around and holding on to it, and then he won everything for like 5, 7, 8 years.
But that is the Travis Kenny Bartram style, right? On the ground, on the gas, rush to the ramp, look exciting.
That's it. That's what it's all about.
It is.
And we
so
know
like
it.
This whole thing of everybody being like, you got to go slow into ramp so that way you can get a good pop. screwed me my whole career. I should have just been like, ah!
Yeah, same. Why was I trying to learn shit that what I thought was the right way? I know why, because I wasn't good enough to ride at a ramp that fast and then do anything. I needed to go slow and let
Yeah,
my brain catch
because I
up.
was scared to just charge into a ramp like that is the problem. That's again though, it's like that's the whole thing. Those guys are more confident and they're riding with that confidence, which is why they are where they are.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I would say, like when I did go into comps though, I definitely didn't do it to even 10% of Travis's level, but I always rode 3 times faster than I'd ever ride.
Really? See,
And yeah.
I was
When I
like,
rode comps, I was like, I don't even actually think I took a breath. Like, generally I'd finish and I'd near on pass out because I didn't breathe.
yeah,
I was like,
for 90 seconds.
and then and finish him. Oh, fuck me, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm out. But yeah, it wasn't that exciting. That was the
You should
problem.
have crashed.
That was a
That would
problem.
have helped.
What's that?
You should have crashed. That would have helped with the excitement.
Oh, I did that enough.
We're on here almost 2 hours.
God damn. All right, let's wrap this one. Again, we're back at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and I even got home on time. We got going on time. Still 1 o'clock.
Oh, thank you very much for getting home on time. I just finished my last night of German tonight for that semester.
Sprechen die
And
Deutsch?
we did nothing again. What a surprise. We got in there and it was this me and the other Indian dude, and she's like, well, it's the last lesson. There's no point teaching you anything new.
You should
I'll see
become a
you next
German
month.
teacher.
I probably do. Well, I don't know if I do a better job than her, but I may actually look like I'm trying to teach somebody. So
There you go.
Anyway, so I finished that up, got home, and here we go again. But
There you go.
no, that was cool. It was cool to go back and see it all, and to know that Travis won over Colin McRae, and I called it.
There you go. You're just gonna brag about
my
that for the
brain
next...
muscles starting to work a little bit. I'm starting to get little.
You're gonna brag about remembering one thing from 2006 for the next 10 years.
Little pieces of my memory maybe are starting to come back.
I know, that's how I feel too. I remember stuff all the time and I'm like, wait, whoa. Need more brain
Was that a
vitamins.
memory or did I make it up?
Yeah, that's true too.
That's the problem. Awesome, man. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone on Rumble. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't because I don't have Rumble yet.
They enjoyed
I will jump on. I'll jump on.
John enjoyed it. He's the only one that comments in there. Everybody else is just creeping.
Everyone's creeping.
Everybody go to twowheelstofreedom.com and check out, I'm going to be putting, I keep saying this, I'm going to be putting the schedule for the Two Wheels to Freedom Fest, April 19th and 20th up there, schedule of events. And yeah, I'm going to get the, I've been doing some interviews with some, which actually you guys saw it was on the channel already. I did an interview with Javier. It's not up on, Steve didn't see it because he does not have Rumble. But I did it live on here. I haven't put it anyplace else yet. I'm going to put it up on the other ones. But yeah, a lot more moto stuff. And then also I have a podcast with one of my comedian friends coming up too. So that'll be the Clint Esposito show and then all the dirt bike stuff on here. So thank you guys for coming in and checking it out. Thank you, John, for the... he says, consider me a bra, fellas. I'm here for support. Ah, I got it. I was like, what? Why would I do that? Thank you for the information, John. If I ever make money on this, I will pay you for information.
Ditto. I mean, it cost me more to send these free beers over to you, but when the money starts rolling in, mate, you're on the payroll.
Give him a coupon so he can just go to his local liquor store and get it, and then you don't have to do anything.
I need to get coupons. I've already run out. Like, this was my last beer.
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
go find more.
Your month's supply is
need
gone?
coupons.
Your month supply is out?
Yeah, it's done.
Shit.
On
right.
dry January.
Till next month. All right, everybody. We're out. Thank you, guys.
See ya.